So a disappointing result today away at Hitchin. What were your thoughts on today's game?
I thought that first of all, it's very disappointing. I thought that first half an hour we didn't start properly. We spoke about their shape, and players had all the information. We didn't get to grips with it, and then felt for the last 15 minutes of the first half we got into the game, had a really good chance. JJ goes through, should score. You go in at half time, probably on the back of finishing the half strong, come out for the second half, and what we speak about at the minute, we have an issue when we come out after half time, that first 15-minute block. So we really spoke to them about that. We're having our best spell of the game. Another one-on-one. Johnny, JJ goes through again. Great chance. We don't score. We have another chance just after it. We have two corners into the box they're struggling to deal with, and then we switch off. And in 14 minutes of the second half, we switch off. We don't do what we're supposed to do, and it cost us 1-0. And then obviously we go down to 10 men. The young lad on a booking makes a bad decision and fouls, so we're down to 10 men, up against it, then 2-0, and we just threw caution to the wind, and we had a go. 2-1, almost got back into the game. The lads showed a lot of character, a lot of desire, but ultimately not good enough, and really disappointing to come away with no points again.
So you brought in 3 players since we last played. 2 of those were in the squad today and the 2 started. Are you able to give us a squad update and your thoughts firstly on those 3 and the other injuries? Like Ryan Inman was out today.
Yeah, Ryan's been out. Really struggling with his quad. Hopefully he'll be back. He'll be back in time for Saturday's game. It looks like Josh will be out for his loan period now. I think he's done his hamstring tonight. George has been struggling a little bit with his calves, and he obviously had to be, you're 20 minutes in and your two of your centre halves are taken off. That's where we are. When it's not going your way, it's not. But look, firstly, I have to take, as a manager, I always take responsibility, and I do, because at the minute we're not doing well enough. The run's not good enough. It's people deserve better, and we're not delivering. So I'll always take the blame. I'll always stand up and be counted, because this is on me, because I'm picking the team, and people are making mistakes and not getting it right, and I'm picking them. So that's me. So that's something that we've really got to try and improve on, because it's just at the minute, we're failing. I'm failing. So we've got to be a lot better.
Do you feel this is your most difficult period as a manager? It just seems things constantly are going against you and your team, and it's just not quite getting there.
Yeah, look, it is. I mean, I think the first season that we were here, round about the Christmas period, when we really, I think we're bottom but 1. That was very tough. And, again, I'll never ever make any excuse. It's not been good enough. We came in, I think we've had 10 games now. We've won the first one, and we've not won a game since. So the reality is that isn't acceptable. It's not good enough. Nowhere near. People deserve more. We have people that have paid, their well-earned, hard-earned money, and come and supported us today, and magnificent support. The fans have been outstanding, and they deserve better, and it's not been good enough. And I have to have a good, not just me, the staff, but I'll always stand up first. We have to have a long, hard look at ourselves, and but it's not good enough, and something has to change, because we're getting ourselves into trouble at the minute, and that's down to the results on the field. And you have to take responsibility, and I massively do. It's just not at the minute. It's not acceptable, and it has to improve. And it is the toughest spell I've probably had. If I'm being honest, it is the toughest. It is what it is, and you can sink or you can swim. And luckily enough, I've got broad shoulders, and I deserve criticism at the minute because of the results, and you have to be able to handle that, and I can. So I've got no problem with people disappointed, because I'm disappointed, but I believe that I can turn it around, but we've got to turn it around quickly.
So talking of turning it around quickly, you know what I'm going to say, but table topping Kettering on Saturday at home, what do you make of that?
Yeah, look, they'll be licking their lips, won't they? They would have come tonight, and they'll they'll really, really fancy it. And I've got a group of wounded men in there that are disappointed, that, you know, they're a little bit sulking and feeling sorry for themselves. But you got to pick up, you know, I have to, and the staff have to pick them up on Thursday and try and put a smile on the faces, because at the end of the day, like I say, you know, it's the toughest to be playing the team Saturday who are probably going to win the league. And you know, you can think, oh dear, but you can't. You've got to smile, and you've got to go out there, and you've got to be brave, and people have got to be brave, because that's the only way you overcome bad times, is you work hard in training and you try and turn it around. That's it. You can't give up. You have to do that. And you know, I'd rather be playing, because look, the reality is we've played the teams that are, you know, in the bottom 10, and we haven't beat them. So, you know, let's go and play the better teams, and hopefully we'll give a better account of ourselves, because we need to.
So a difficult and disappointing result away from home today. What were your thoughts on today's game and the performance?
Disappointing again, isn't it? I mean, it's the key moments in games. We knew they were going to dominate a lot of the ball. We kind of set up for that and tried to say, come on in, come and beat us, sort of thing. We had a 15-minute spell before the second half where we dominated. Showed that their weakness was kind of the balls down the side and getting crosses into the box for us. We came out, start second half, very sharp, dominant. Like I say, key moments in games. If we score that chance to go 1-0 up, you know, it could be a different game. Obviously not blaming that on the scoreline, but I think that at the moment the key moments are not going for us. I used to think it was luck, but it's not luck anymore. It's down to, you know, the players and manage it themselves, and never going to be a lack of effort from the players. I know we all give it our all. I think it's just the fine margins and the key moments which we've got to do better in.
Like you mentioned, the fine margins. How difficult is it, one as a player and two as the captain, to pick them up and go again and try and instill that bit of belief and a bit of confidence that I think some of them might be lacking? It's
difficult. That's part and parcel of being a captain. At the end of the day, even if I wasn't captain, I'd be doing the same thing, picking up the lads, especially the young lads who, you know, maybe haven't experienced this type of men's football and having this bad spell. It shows a lot of character in the team, and obviously me included, we've got to use that, and we've got to keep going on. You know, fans pay their money to travel home and away, which is, you know, they support us all over the place, which us players, you know, we never take for granted. They've got to be, we always give our all, but they give us on, they keep us going. We hear them. But now, like I say, it's down to us. We can't blame the management team. We can't. I know I've watched the gaffer's previous interviews about him taking responsibility. That can't be the case anymore. Not even the first place. Us as players, we got to take responsibility, and hopefully we just got to keep going, and hopefully, I'm sure one time it's got to fall for us.
I asked Matt the same question, so I'll ask it to you. But is it one of the tougher periods you've had as a player?
It is, yes, but believe it or not, I've had worse, to be honest. You know, it's been tough. Like, as I signed here, we were, you know, pushing for playoffs, and we're still only 6-7 points away from the playoffs, or wherever it is. I know we're close to 3 points, I think, to the drop now. But I've had tougher, so I'm used to it, or I've been involved in it. I feel like I've got a bit of experience involved in it, so I can kind of try and give that over to the lads and say, listen, you know, it will change. I mean, we had a spell at Bar where I think we were bottom or second from bottom at Christmas, and we ended up finishing that season joint seventh. So it's still possible. We just got to keep going, and like you say, them fine margins, if we take them in our favour, I think that's what we've got to do.